I've often had this comment thrown to me by Christians. They'll say, "Why do you care so much about a God that you don't believe in?" Inferring that, "Oh, I believe in God, but that I'm angry or I'm just rebelling against God and I'm obsessed with Him." Let's get one thing straight. I don't give a flying squirrel about your God or religion. But I do care deeply about the harm that your religion is doing in the world. Hi, I'm Laurentia. I was in the church for over 50 years, first as an evangelical and then as a more liberal Christian. But I've been out for a few years now, so that's my story in a nutshell. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. It does help me out so much. If you enjoyed that meme in the beginning, check out this video where I give you a few memes that I think every atheist should have. So on to today's episode with no further ado. So Christians will ask, why are we non-believers and atheists so obsessed? Why do we talk about religion so much? Why do we care? And I think there's two kinds of Christians. The first type is the type that's, I think, genuinely confused. Like, I don't think they get it. I just think they think that we are lost, that we're seeking. And then there's a second kind of Christian, the kind that really piss me off. Those are the ones that they know all of our arguments. Usually they are deep into apologetics, and they are saying it simply to make me or you angry. That's their whole goal, is to make us angry, because they know we really don't believe and they know all of our arguments. So those are the two types. And maybe when I was a Christian, to be honest, I was probably a mix of both of those. So without any further ado, let's get into the reasons why atheists and non-believers do care about God and religion, but not in the way that you think so. So reason number one why atheists care about God and your religion. And this is probably the most important one. Usually you try and save the best for last, but I think this is the most important one to me. And that's the influence that Christianity especially has on society and our policies, especially here in America. Some of you might be too young to remember when Bush Jr. decided that he wasn't going to allow stem cell research to proceed because it came from embryos or fetuses that were aborted in some cases. And he set back scientific research decades because of his biblical ideas about when a life begins. Now, you can have all kinds of ideas on that, but he said that he was basing it on his religious beliefs. I have someone who's very dear and near to me who is part of the LGBT community, and his life matters deeply to me, and his happiness matters deeply to me. And if he had been born even 20 or 30 years before he would be denied the basic civil right to pick his own partner for marriage. And why? Only because the Bible and because of what Christians believe, not what anyone else believes, only what Christians believe. And he is a taxpayer, he is law abiding, and there is no reason why he or any other person should be denied a basic civil right because of your belief, not their beliefs, because of your beliefs. And for that reason, I'm extremely concerned about your religion. The second reason that I'm concerned about your religion is from a moral standpoint. I'm concerned about the morals of the Bible. I find it interesting how Christians are so concerned with non-believers' morals. our morals of that we primarily don't discourage sex before marriage, especially if you're in a committed, loving relationship, and other things like drinking or maybe smoking. Atheists don't tend to put a morality on that. But the morality of Christians, if they read the Bible, if they understand the Bible, would contain slavery, chattel slavery. That would be out of Leviticus 25:44 through 46, misogyny, genocide. That's the morality of the Bible. So that's very concerning to me. And this goes back to a video I did about why atheists are angry. So you can check that out here, and I'll put the link in the description. But it's funny how Christians also get on their moral high horse, and they believe that they get their morals from a divine commandment, a divine being, as you will. So that's concerning when someone thinks they're getting their morals from what I consider a fictitious character. The one, and this one hits close to home to me, because I see so much of flat earthers being mainstream, moon landing deniers. Candace Owen actually questioning whether we landed on the moon. I assume she graduated from high school. I'm not sure how she could think this, but these are people that are in the mainstream. I think even Joe Rogan has said before that he's, not sure we've landed on the moon. So these people are anti-science deniers, anti-vaxxers. If you want to have a medical discussion about vaccines, I think that's perfectly fine. But when you're basing this stuff off of delusional thinking, when your reality is delusional thinking, and you're shaping policy and you're shaping education, that's a real problem to me. That is a real problem. Which sort of leads me to my next point, which is super personal for me. The fourth reason why I'm so deeply concerned about God and your religion is my own personal experiences. I was deeply damaged by my fundamentalist upbringing. My mind will never be what it's supposed to be. My life will never be what it was supposed to be had I not been damaged by the magical and delusional thinking that I was brought up with. I am well into middle age, maybe even considered a senior citizen, and I feel like I'm permanently damaged. And so if I can this is all worth it. If I can save even one person from the delusional damage that was done to me by my parents and my church, it's all worth it. I had somebody comment on a video a couple of times ago, one of my last videos, saying that I don't believe any of this, that I'm just doing this for the money. That's a hoot, because I don't even make $10 a video at this point. I don't. And when you consider my time, which I spend hours on these videos, I'm probably making about $1 an hour. I would be better off going to Burger King and getting a job. And I'm not even kidding you. So this is so deeply personal to me. And so for that reason, I do care about your religion and what it's doing to young people. The next reason why so many unbelievers are concerned with God and religion is freedom. Freedom of belief. Now, Christians love to talk about how they just promote, they want freedom of religion. They want to have the right to express their beliefs in any way, shape, or form. But if you notice, it's only their beliefs. They don't want, for instance, the Church of Satan, who's not really satanic. They don't believe in Satan. Atheists don't believe in Satan any more than they believe in God or the Easter Bunny. But Christians want to have Bible studies in school. But when the Church of Satan decides to have a club, you would not believe the outcry, the outrage that I've seen from parents, Christian parents. So their freedom to believe really is a one-way street. And we all know this. I know that when I was a Christian, I was the guiltiest of the guilty when it came to this. We are a Christian nation. We're built on Christian principles. That's how they speak. I think when they mean freedom of religion, they just mean freedom of the Christian denominations. So for that reason, we're concerned with your God and your religion. The next reason is because many atheists, myself included to a large degree, we're genuinely curious about philosophy, about ethics, about the origins of the universe, how this all came about. There's something interesting about it. And so I actually enjoy talking about religion to a certain degree, as long as everybody is rational about it, as long as when you're speaking to them that a Christian doesn't believe it's simply their way or the highway. If you can have a rational discussion about it, I think that's interesting. And so when I was a Christian, I really was interested once I got to learn more about it, the origins of Christianity and Judaism and Catholicism and how it all came about. That eventually led to my deconversion, to be honest with you. That was one part of it. When I found out the real roots of it have basically nothing to say. Just it's no different than any other religion or any other culture. Nothing special about it at all. But it's still interesting to me. So for that reason, and I would consider that a positive reason, that I am concerned with your religion and your God, which leads me to the very last point. This one is a little different, this last point, but there are many atheists that are profoundly interested in history, the way that religion has shaped our culture, the way that our future is going, what's happening in the world. So, and I cannot deny that Christianity and all major world religions a huge, uh, have had a huge part of shaping our culture, our history, and probably our future. And so there are atheists, many of them, that don't have an especially negative connotation of religion. Was it Dawkins who said that he's a cultural Christian? I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago, and boy, that set a firestorm off, that he didn't want to see churches, go away, that he preferred Christianity over Islam in a comforting kind of way. Of course, he is in the UK, which is a completely different beast than the USA. They don't have nearly the societal norm of a fundamentalist Christianity that we do. So it's a little more benign. But in that sense, he's interested in religion, just like so many others are. So the reason that atheists are so concerned with God and religion, or why they want to talk about it a lot, has nothing to do with some secret belief in your God, some anger, some rebellion. I can assure you that I don't believe in the God of the Bible in any way, shape, or form, and I never will again. I just won't. And I can't see myself going down the path of another religion, because I feel like I was so used, misused, lied to, and stolen from, that in a way, I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself enough to get involved in another religion. So I just prefer to stay non-religious, but to use whatever voice I have to add to the conversation and to save even one person through for what I went through, because I feel like my life to some degree was ruined by my 50 plus years in religion. Although, if someone asked me if I would change that, I don't know. It made me who I am, and I like myself. So maybe I wouldn't change it. But maybe I wish I would have got out earlier. I don't know. So thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you. And here's my last little meme. I will see you next time.